The Justice Department will now target opioid manufacturers in the administration's most serious attempt yet to curb the drug crisis. The administration believes the government has taken on substantial costs as a result of the opioid crisis and should be reimbursed. In 2016 alone, more than 64,000 people died from drug overdoses. For more on this, we're joined tonight by our legal analyst, Lionel. Lionel, good to have you with us tonight. I'm questioning tonight just how serious the Justice Department is on doing this on two fronts. Number one, they're really late to the game. And number two, this was in response to a question at a press conference. It was not an individual announcement, as I understand it. It was a response to a question when the DOJ was announcing something else. Unpack this for us. Is this a serious move by Jeff Sessions?
Well, I think it's a very serious move on the part of President Trump, who apparently is throwing down the gauntlet against Big Pharma for the first time. He's putting them ostensibly in the same category that the tobacco industry was. Sessions introduced a statement of interest, which is an instrument, Ed, which allows the Department of Justice to do a variety of things, everything from intervening in lawsuits to filing amicus or friend of the court briefs, up to and including this task force called PIL, Prescription Interdiction and Litigation. So what he's doing is they're putting Big Pharma, you can call it whatever you want, not just the opioid, but Big Pharma. And as of late, let me just say parenthetically, more and more people are talking about with school shootings and with people who are perhaps maybe under the influence of them. That you're going to hear later on. This is a very serious move on what was considered the sacrosanct, absolutely bulletproof Kevlar Big Pharma.
Yeah.
You never touch them. This is very serious.
Is this an example that Donald Trump truly is, on many fronts, an independent? He's not bought and paid for. We got a billionaire international business guy in the White House, and nobody owns him.
Well, if ever there was a group of people that you would think, I mean, if you're, it's hard to read him, but if ever there was a group that historically people could understand you not wanting to touch. Because look, Ed, the argument is simply this. These opioids and even fentanyl, God forbid, fentanyl, they actually serve a purpose if prescribed correctly. You're not going to blaspheme an entire industry. That's not what he's doing. He's basically saying you are causing this country billions of dollars, and we're going to recoup it, and the same language that was used in the tobacco litigation.
So they're targeting the opioid manufacturers. Okay, how's that going to look? What are they going to do? What do they need to know?
Well, when you start hearing the statistics of how many of these pills are being made, I mean, we're not talking meth and, ephedrine. We're talking when the public hears and sees how many of these pills and the pill mills and how many, when you see the numbers that have been prescribed as opposed to those people who sincerely need it, and let's just say right now, it is a valid, legitimate substance, and it has helped people tremendously. But wait until you start hearing people, when they start looking at towns and they start seeing the devastation, especially with fentanyl and the synthetics.
Lionel, always a pleasure. Good to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much for the analysis
Thank you, sir.
and breakdown.